Hello kids. Today we will be studying history chapter number 3, gathering to growing food. The changing climate. About 12,000 years ago, as the earth started warming up, large grasslands came up. As man observed, he saw that these plants sprouted from seeds and grew and bore grain in certain seasons. Man must have tried to plant the seeds and grow these crops himself. This was the first farming activity. Once man could grow food, he could stay in one place and grow food around him. As man harvested a lot of grain, he also had to think of storing it carefully. So he had big baskets or pits where he kept it. And that's how man's life changed from gathering to growing food. Next is domestication. You all must have heard the story of Mowgli. Remember who raised him as a baby? The wolves. Early man and the wolves. There are many stories of children being raised by wolves. That's because a pack of wolves and a pack of humans is quite similar. Like wolves and people, they live in packs. The pack is family based. The pack has a male leader with a female partner. The member of the pack trust each other but not outsiders. All members look after their young as a group. About 12,000 years ago, man must have started having wolves as pet. Men and wolves hunted together and protected each other. Wolves also learned how to live with man as a part of the group. All the dogs that you see today are descendants of wolves. After that, man realized that animals like cows, sheep, and goats ate grass and very gentle. Man protected these animals from other wild animals, and from them he would get better milk and fur. That is how man started herding animals. Even dead animals would be useful for their meat. Their skin could be used as leather, their horns and bones for weapons, their fat could be used for candles, their hooves could be used for glue. What does domestication mean? Domestication means adapting wild animals and plants for human use. Domestic species are raised for food, work, clothing, medicine, and many other uses. Once man learned how to grow food and domesticate animals, he could stay in one place. Then he tried to make his life more comfortable, so he started building houses. In some places, archaeologists have found pit houses. Now, what are pit houses? Pit houses had entrance through a hole in the roof, as you can see in the image. However, after about 15 years, the pit house would have to be abandoned. It could not last for very long. Next is stone tools in the kitchen. Archaeologists have also found stone tools at different sites that may have been used for cutting, polishing, and grinding grains. Stone tools in kitchen. There were mortars and pestles. As you can see in the figure, there were stone grinders also. There were even flour mills. Stone tools are still very much a part of Indian kitchens. Some other tools were also there. Like stone was one of the materials that early man used. Some tools were also made of bones. Some other tools were like earthen pots were found too. Some were decorated. The next topic is fiber and fabric. Man grew plants like cotton so that he could use the fiber of the plant. Man weaved that fiber to make cloth. Early man's progress. Early man progressed quickly in some places and some continued living like hunter gatherers. Stone tools have been found from many sites as well. Many of these are different from the earlier Paleolithic tools, and that is why they are called Neolithic. These include tools that were polished to give a fine cutting edge, and mortars and pestles used for grinding grains and other plant produce. Living and dying in Mehergar. It is located in a fertile plain near Bolan Pass, important route to Iran. One of the first places where man and woman learned to grow barley and wheat and rear sheep and goats for the first time. Many animal bones were also found, which proves that people generally kept animals. Square and rectangular houses were also found where each had four or more compartments, as shown in the picture. People have a belief that there is life after death. Burial sites were also found where food was buried. Other finds at Mehergar includes remains of square and rectangular houses as shown in the figure. Each house has four or more compartments, some of which may have been used for storage. When people die, their relatives and friends generally pay respect to them. People look after them, perhaps in the belief that there is some form of life after death. Burial is one of such arrangement. Several burial sites have been found in Mehergarh. In one instance, the dead person was buried with goats, which were probably meant to serve as food in the next world. Next is Daujali Harding, site on the hills near the Brahmaputra Valley, close to routes leading into China and Myanmar. Mortar pestles were found, which indicates that people were growing grains. Jadeite was also found, which is stone brought from China. Fossil wood and pottery was also found. Thank you.